about working within a traditional agency.
So when it came to choosing a name for my agency, you'd think as a writer that would be the easy thing to do and more fun. And actually I struggled with that. I didn't want to name my agency after myself, didn't want to put my name on the door for just personal reasons. I wanted to be about more than just me. So my wife actually suggested this name, and I loved it. It was the first time I heard it. What Hullabaloo means and is actually more about what it connotes, what it evokes in someone. A hullabaloo is an old word. It's a word from the 30s, the 40s. That means a disruption, a disturbance. It's a noise. It's like a cacophony that gets people's attention. If a hullabaloo is happening, you don't necessarily know if it's good or bad, but you know people are paying attention and it's turning necks. And that's what I wanted my agency to be. I wanted to do things that got noticed, that got attention, that didn't blend in with everything else. So that's why I chose Hullabaloo. It's actually a name of a TV show that was a music show in, I think, the early 60s.
Within a traditional agency, there's a lot of baggage that comes with that. There's a lot of cost, there's a lot of layers, and there's a variety of different people that are kind of part of the package. And clients don't really have the choice of saying, I like to work with her, not so much with him. I like that service that you do. I'm not crazy about that service. You don't do that quite as well, or it doesn't fit my need. And I felt like there was an opportunity to be had.
Hullabaloo was started by Gordon Robertson, and Gordon and I met while working together at Bruner. And Gordon is a fantastic creative director, and I learned so much by him and was so inspired working with him on the pieces of business that we both were on while at Bruner. So whenever he asked me to join him at Hullabaloo, and he shared the model of only bringing in people for the client need and for the actual project at hand, I loved that idea. I was sold quick, and I knew he would be able to make something really magical happen, and it's been fun ever since.
That there were marketing needs to be met, and I also saw what the supply side of meeting those needs were, and they're more and more a community of freelancers and independent contractors that are excellent at what they do. They just don't choose to do it. They don't want to be a writer or an art director or a designer within a traditional agency. So I've got demand on one side, I've got supply on the other side, and what I saw was an opportunity to meet that supply by marshaling networks that I have, people that I've worked with in the past, people that I will work with in the future, and be able to structure teams and services on a per client basis.
I love a lot about my job. I think the thing I love the most about my job and this industry in general is that you get to work on so many different pieces of business. You get to work in B2B, you get to work in B2C, you get to learn about so many different categories, and so you never feel locked into a specific space or brand or category, and that's what I would say I love most about my job. There's a lot of advice I would probably give. I would say to jump in, dive in. You'll fail fast, but you'll learn a lot. Just surround yourself with good people, get a mentor, absorb as much as you possibly can, read books, listen to podcasts. How I Built This is a podcast I love about how businesses start, and I think understanding why companies need to grow and what their objectives are the most important thing you can do in marketing. So just ground yourself in goals, ground yourself in objectives and what you're trying to achieve, not only for yourself, but for your clients, and I think you'll be very successful.